Oasis TV, committed to raising humanity's consciousness.
These states, these chronic emotional states that stay in us, why is it that we don't find a balance that allows us to be kind, regardless of the circumstances we're in? Why isn't there a patience that can take being pushed by anything? These are very important questions if we want to have a real life, if we want to understand our present circumstances. So here's where we're working to now. What do you call on? What do you recruit? Now work with me, take a deep breath. What do we recruit in moments of crisis in our lives? Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh God, just something, oh no. And what do you call on in a moment like that? Say it. Thought. I call on thought. There isn't even a me that calls on thought. The crisis occurs, and suddenly I'm knee deep in a pile of considerations about what to do in the situation. Yes or no? This is what human beings call on. Now you can say, no, I don't call on thought. I call on God, or I call on the light, or whatever it is. But I want to prove something to you quickly. That if you were calling on what was genuine, as opposed to a sentimental image, that the problem would be resolved, which we're going to prove. So I want just to get this real nailed down right now, that when we have a problem in life, when we're heart heavy, when we're worried, when we're frightened, that we call on thought in order to produce lost balance. Yes or no? Now, what does thought call on to produce this balance? More thoughts. Thought calls on the past, doesn't it? Thought calls on its plans, its spiritual ideas in order to solve problems like this. Thought calls on all kinds of things, and then thought will call on a future that it creates out of reconfiguring the past. Thought will call up a future where I won't have this problem because I'm going to get rid of her. I'm going to change him. I'm going to move. I'm going to get a different job. So thought is always calling upon thought in order to create a balance. Now the key here is that thought is not intended to be a balancing force in us. You don't use, this is an old idea, you don't use gasoline to put out a fire, do you?